2005 Ford Focus, and we were going to change the light bulb out today, but when we lifted the hood up, noticed there was another little problem here with the battery. So this is kind of a quick fix you can do for a bad battery connection. What was going on here is this was connected this way and kind of like that, and you could just wiggle the wires in between this connection. So that's something you need to check when checking battery connections, is not only the post by checking them to make sure they're tight on the battery, but also a quick way to do it with the wires to know if you're really connected is grab the back of the wire and twist it like that. So if when you move the wire this way, you can see the wires moving up here, you have a bad connection. And it's actually a good connection here because I'm wiggling the wires and nothing's moving there. Now that was not the case on the negative side. So we're gonna take a break right here for a few minutes, and I'm gonna clean this connection up and we're gonna reconnect it, and we'll do the same test we did on the positive side on the negative to show you that it is connected now. Okay, so what we did is we went ahead and what I did is I cut back the connection about 3/4 of an inch and cleaned up the copper here. So now we're getting ready to reconnect it. And just to reiterate the way this was connected before, here's the little connector, and it was on correctly. That's how it actually comes in the package, and it's got these little tabs that force pressure down on this cable. But in this case, this is not a factory cable, and it probably had one where all of this was built into one cable, but since we went with a universal cable, we had to put these types of connectors on, and now the pressure, it's just a little different the way it's going to press on the cable here. And with it all the way tightened down without stripping the terminal out, it's still loose. So what we're going to do is just take the little tab here and flip it over, and we're going to just try and put a little force on it a different way to compress the wire. I don't know if that's going to work. We're going to try it out. I don't normally do this, but in the situation we have today, we don't really have another choice. We don't have another battery terminal. A lot of times people are in an emergency situation. They need to make a quick fix, and that's what we're going to try today. So we're going to go ahead and put it together and let you know how it turns out. I want to make sure where I'm going to contact. It's all like, what I don't want to do is put this cable in and tighten it like that where the pressure is going on the plastic part. I want the pressure on the wire, but I want as much surface area covered as possible. So that's how I'm going to get it. And usually when this little 3/8 ratchet is working, it's kind of hard to do to ratchet and hold all this together. Well, fortunately it is working right now. Also kind of like to make it look neat when you put it in, instead of just having the wires all like that, which so many people would just hook the wires up like that. That's just a personal preference. Okay, so I like to just tighten them a little bit at a time, each side. And these things can strip out kind of easy, so once it makes contact, what I would call a snug fit, you just tighten it a little bit more. So if you remember the test over here wiggling, we have this back on now, and as you can see, I'm wiggling the wires back here. Nothing is moving up here. If it is, that means this needs to be retightened or we need to replace the terminal. But for right now, we're okay. That's a tip of the day from Jake's Mobile Auto, LA Mobile. See you next time.